Welcome back. Let's have a look into psychoanalytic theory application. Applying psychoanalytic theory to a text involves analyzing the text through the lens of psychoanalysis, primarily the ideas of Sigmund Freud and his followers. This approach explores the unconscious motivations of characters, the symbolic meanings of events and objects, and the ways in which the text reflects the psychological state of its author. Here's a detailed guide on how to do this, with examples. Identify repressed desires and unconscious motives. Characters in literature often exhibit behaviors and thoughts that can be interpreted as expressions of unconscious desires and repressed emotions. Example, Shakespeare's Hamlet. Freud's theory suggests that Hamlet's hesitation to kill his uncle Claudius is rooted in repressed incestuous desires towards his mother, Gertrude. Hamlet's intense emotions and erratic behavior can be seen as manifestations of these unconscious conflicts. This can be labeled as Oedipus complex. Analyze dreams and symbols. Texts often contain symbols, images, and dream sequences that can be interpreted for their deeper, often hidden meanings. Example, Franz Kafka's The Metamorphosis. Transformation as symbol. Gregor Samsa's transformation into a giant insect can be seen as a symbol of his deep-seated feelings of alienation and worthlessness. The insect represents his unconscious view of himself as disgusting and insignificant. Examine the id, ego, and superego. Characters can be analyzed through the framework of Freud's structural model of the psyche, which includes the id, the ego, and the superego. Example, William Golding's Lord of the Flies. The characters Ralph, Piggy, and Jack be seen as representations of the ego, superego, and id, respectively. Explore family dynamics and developmental stages. Psychoanalytic theory often focuses on family relationships and their impact on development. Example, Tennessee Williams's The Glass Menagerie. The play explores the complex dynamics between Amanda, Tom, and Laura. Amanda's controlling nature and fixation on the past affects Tom's desire for freedom and Laura's fragility, reflecting their unresolved Oedipal conflicts and the impact of their absent father. Look for Freudian slips in language. Pay attention to language, particularly moments where characters might reveal more than they intend through slips of the tongue, metaphors, or other linguistic features. Example, James Joyce's Ulysses. The narrative technique, stream of consciousness, used by Joyce allows readers to delve into the unconscious thoughts of characters like Leopold Bloom. Freudian slips and subconscious musings offer insight into their hidden desires and fears. Author's psychobiography. That is to have, reflection of author's psyche. Consider the author's own psychological state and how it might be reflected in the text. Example, Sylvia Plath's The Bell Jar. Plath's novel is often read as a semi-autobiographical depiction of her own struggles with mental illness. The protagonist Esther Greenwood's experiences with depression and identity crisis mirror Plath's personal battles, providing a rich ground for psychoanalytic interpretation.